We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with some huge breaking news regarding Seth Rollins, who, as most of you are likely aware, won the ladder match this past week on Raw against Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, and Finn Balor to earn a future WWE Championship match against the current champion Big E. And while we had mentioned in a previous video that WWE did not have any plans for Seth Rollins to actually be winning that WWE title from Big E, things look to have changed in an absolutely massive way, and fans may be in store for a shocking swerve on the Raw brand in the coming weeks. As you are likely aware, the Survivor Series 2021 pay-per-view event is set to take place on November 21st, 2021, and like always, the biggest match on the pay-per-view is Raw's WWE Champion facing off against SmackDown's Universal Champion. And while with the way things are right now, it would seem like we are going to be getting WWE Champion Big E versus Universal Champion Roman Reigns at Survivor Series this year, with WWE even teasing this match a while back. New rumors indicate that Vince McMahon may be throwing a huge wrench in those plans. A shocking new behind-the-scenes report has revealed that the main reason why this ladder match for a WWE title opportunity against Big E was made for Raw this week, with Seth Rollins coming out victorious, is because Vince is shockingly considering for Seth Rollins to win the WWE Championship from Big E on an episode of Raw prior to Survivor Series 2021. So that WWE can instead do WWE Champion Seth Rollins versus Universal Champion Roman Reigns for the pay-per-view for obvious reasons. Now, according to one of our sources, Vince McMahon has apparently begun to rethink the decision of having Big E as the WWE Champion on the Raw brand, with the ratings and viewership not going up whatsoever with Big E carrying the show, and that Seth Rollins would be a much better choice not only to face off against Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, which Vince feels will draw big excitement and intrigue from fans, but also that Seth would be a better long-term champion for Raw as well, and that Big E winning the WWE Championship was more of a temporary feel-good moment and a thank you from management for everything Big E has done for WWE over the years. If these rumors and reports are true and Seth Rollins will actually be winning the WWE title from Big E prior to Survivor Series, this would not be the first time WWE have done a title change in order to make the Survivor Series champion versus champion match more intriguing for fans, because back in 2017, AJ Styles won the WWE title from Jinder Mahal just under 2 weeks before the 2017 Survivor Series pay-per-view, with WWE feeling AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar at the pay-per-view was better than Jinder Mahal versus Lesnar, which in all honesty was not that far off from the truth at the time. Apparently, Vince views Big E in the same kind of way as Jinder Mahal as the WWE Champion, with WWE officials not really having a lot of faith in Big E as a long-term champion for the company. And considering it's not as if Big E would be losing his WWE title to Seth Rollins right after winning it, much like how they did with the Raw Women's Champion Nikki ASH, this scenario of Seth Rollins walking into Survivor Series 2021, the WWE Champion, is very probable, especially considering Seth Rollins is a heel and will likely use some cheap tactic to win the belt from Langston, keeping Big E strong in defeat. Now, with all this being said, let us know your thoughts and opinions on the new rumors that Seth Rollins will be winning that WWE title from Big E on Raw in the coming weeks before Survivor Series 2021, so that the company can do Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. And is this the right booking decision in your opinion? Or do you feel that Big E deserves to have that champion versus champion match against Roman Reigns at Survivor Series 2021, and that he is an exciting enough opponent for Roman Reigns at the pay-per-view? Please do sound off in the comment section below. Now we have some very interesting noteworthy news regarding Aaliyah Mysterio, who, as most of you are likely aware, has not been seen in WWE since December of 2020, following her romantic storyline with Buddy Murphy ending. Despite not actually wrestling for WWE, Aaliyah gained a ton of popularity among wrestling fans, with a lot being very interested as to why Aaliyah has not shown up in WWE ever since her storyline with Buddy Murphy ended, because Dominic Mysterio, on the other hand, has been utilized to a great extent since joining the company. However, at the time, the situation was quite different compared between Aaliyah and Dominic, with Dominic actually signed to WWE as an in-ring competitor, whereas Aaliyah was simply doing non-wrestling storylines for the company. But the big news recently revealed indicates that Aaliyah Mysterio now has an interest in wrestling for WWE as well, with Rey Mysterio revealing that his daughter Aaliyah had asked him his opinion on joining WWE from an in-ring standpoint, with Rey responding by saying that as long as Aaliyah still focuses on her career in the medical field, he's all for the idea of Aaliyah competing in WWE as a second career option. In all honesty, most fans will likely welcome the idea of Aaliyah Mysterio joining and competing in the women's division on Raw or SmackDown, and if she was really committed to wrestling and joining WWE, it is almost a guarantee that Vince McMahon would give Aaliyah Mysterio a huge push into women's title contention, because she is already popular with fans as it is, and if she has enough in-ring talent, that big push would soon follow. Regardless, let us know your thoughts on Aaliyah Mysterio having an interest to follow in her brother's footsteps and join WWE as an in-ring competitor in the women's division. Would you be excited to see Aaliyah wrestle for WWE, or should she stick to her medical career instead, and maybe just appear in WWE in non-wrestling roles? Let us know. For those of you who watched last night's NXT Halloween Havoc show, the debut of the Usos' brother, Solo Sikoa, officially took place, with Solo taking out Grayson Waller. Not surprisingly, as soon as Solo Sikoa made his NXT debut, lots of fans instantly started speculating that Solo could be added to Roman Reigns' Samoan Bloodline faction on Friday Night SmackDown soon, and that is reportedly a very likely scenario according to a new backstage report. Apparently, while Vince McMahon wants Solo Sikoa to develop in NXT as his own talent, Vince likes the idea of Solo also appearing on SmackDown as a member of Roman Reigns' Bloodline faction as well, to gain some much needed experience, with Solo also then getting the chance to work with his brothers, the Usos. We finish off today's wrestling news and rumors video with some breaking news regarding Ring of Honor. As some of you have likely heard by now, it was just revealed that following Ring of Honor's final battle event in December 2021, every wrestler on Ring of Honor's roster will be released from their contracts, with Ring of Honor planning to relaunch in the spring of 2022 after taking a hiatus for a few months. Now, this is pretty shocking news that Ring of Honor is releasing their entire roster, and there's no doubt AEW and WWE will likely be signing a bunch of the unfortunately released Ring of Honor wrestlers very soon, and let us know your thoughts on this whole situation and what it means for Ring of Honor moving forward.